Hey guys, well in front of you is the Countycom sort of battery holders or little cache vaults. We've kind of, I believe I've gone over these, maybe not specifically, but kind of in context during EDC videos. They are machined out of Delron and they're very nice. They do have O-rings, you can store other things in there, as I've shown on some of my EDC videos. They're pretty hardy little containers. This skinny one here is for AA's, and this one down here is for CR123s. And they've been working great. But what happens when, as we just discussed, you're running a 18650 in your EDC light, namely the Zebra Light 600 that I absolutely love. So how do you keep an extra battery cell? Inevitably, when I do a bunch of these flashlight videos, that's a question I get quite a bit, and with that I have a video of these storage containers, these battery things. I'll put up here. They're called battery packs, and the problem with them is they are just like the Countycoms, like they only hold CR123s or AA's. There are some, I think, D batteries, but pretty standard cells type. Nothing along the lines of a CR1 or on the 18650, excuse me. Which brings us to the brand of battery holders by goinggear.com. This is the Numyth brand. If you guys watched the fire piston video, Marshall had created his own line of fire pistons, and actually recently has a lighter out that looks very similar to this battery container. But his theory was, you're carrying around a $150 flashlight, and you need something to keep your batteries in securely. I've used kind of the cheap little clamshell ones that hold a couple 18650s, but with the run times, I really only want to have one backup cell. Even if I'm not keeping it in my pocket, just to keep it in the backpack, it's nice just to have one cell with it. And so it's nice to have a sturdy, waterproof container. This guy here is machined. Give you kind of a, called the Talos capsule. You can see, let's see if this will focus. Maybe not. There we go. You can see really nice threads. The machining, the creation of this has been done very well. There's a nice little O-ring on there. What you'll see inside, and let me get a flashlight here, is down inside of here is, in the bottom is a little bit of foam, and in the tail, or the cap, is a little bit of foam. And so what that is going to do is not only quiet the cell from bouncing around, you get this through down, it's more of a thud in there, but it also keeps the battery contacts from making any sort of discharge into the metal material, which is one reason I always like the Delron, for that matter, because it doesn't conduct electricity. What you can see with the CR123 is there is quite a bit of play in that. And the next piece I'm going to show you is essentially the same thing, only with an extension body. And so when you go to his website, you're going to see this little Talos capsule, hope I'm saying that right, as a battery holder, and you're going to see it with an extension. This one in front of you was actually an earlier run that he did, that something was wrong with the O-rings or the threads. He basically put them on the website as marred or low cost. I haven't had any issues with them, so I'm not sure what the exact issue with them. Maybe he wasn't happy with the threading that's on there. And why won't that focus? There we go. You can see the threads are quite a bit different. They're bigger, and the O-rings are more substantial. So I'm not sure if over time he had issues with that threading and the O-rings, I believe is what the literature said. But these are quite a bit cheaper. Initially these were going to be basically the same thing. So this extension body is what you're going to get to hold on top of the regular Talos, if that makes any sense. Hope you guys are following along. But they were designed to hold an 18650, and that's why you have the extra room, is simply because 18650s are a little bit bigger around than a CR123. And so when you use the extension on this smaller one, you're going to need that extra room. And you can see it's got a nice fit in there. And so with the extension on there, basically it's going to look like that. And you're going to have a really nice storage compartment for your 18650s. Now, because they're constructed so well and they're pretty much bomb-proof, I've got to make sure I get the right cap for the right thread. You can buy, as he says in his video, you can buy as many of these extensions as you want and make this thing as long as you want. If you have something that's going to be bigger, if you want something that's going to be similar to like a tube volt from Countycom, the big plastic pieces, if you want to use them for some sort of a survival cache or waterproof tinderbox or your matches or something like that. It's a neat idea. They are a little pricey. I don't recall the price exactly. I'll find a link on his website and put down below. But again, when you're running a $150 flashlight, spending 10, 15 bucks on maybe a little capsule to keep your cells may be something that you're interested in. It was something I was trying out. I was glad I could get these for a little bit cheaper. But again, I have this one. All I have to do is buy the extension, and I'd have the newer thread if I ever have an issue with this. But I haven't. So just kind of a data point. Let you guys know what I'm using to store the extra 18650s. And I do prefer the Eagle Tax. They are Panasonic cell. Some of you guys were asking me that. And that's pretty much it. Nice, quick, short video. Thank you for watching.